Hello everyone, this is Will with Hook and Push Gaming. I hope you all had a good 4th of July. Since most of my viewers are American, I'm recording this on the morning of the 4th, so I don't know what our plans are yet, but whatever you guys want to do in this crazy time for our country and for the world is perfect. It's just perfect. So, back to MTG Arena. I've been on quite a run. The last couple weeks, I made a whole lot of limited content off of just saving up my coins and gems, and yes, I did spend a little money on the pre-orders, both for the packs and for the play, but as you can see, I got a lot of value out of it. And because I've got 117 packs here. 50 of them were from the pre-order, but I earned another 67 through playing. And I thought at the end of the video, at the end of that run, which I'm very much at here, that I'd open all the packs, make a little video, talk about the pulls, and I'll keep track of wild cards and gems that I get out of this. I won't be updating my spreadsheet as I go. I'll do that afterwards because that will take a long time. This will already be a pretty long video. So without further ado, let's get to cracking packs. Alright, Direfleet Warmonger, Enthralling Hold, Ruined Halo, okay. Fun sideboard card. Rain of Revelation, Falconer Adept, Glorious Anthem, okay. So for the mono white aggro deck. That's not running life gain. Archfiend's Vessel, Rain of Revelation, Solemn Simulacrum. Ooh, and I got the Vault. Cool. So let's open that real quick. So that got me 3 uncommon, 2 rare, 1 mythic. Back to the packs. Tempered Veteran, uncommon wild card, and Azusa. Okay. Got plenty of things to help with ramp, so that's okay. Got a mythic wild card. Unsubstantiate, Direfleet Warmonger, Subira. Okay. That card did okay for me in a draft. Silver Smoke Ghoul, Riddle Form, Hooded Blightfang, like I was saying before. Well, I didn't say this on camera, actually. I've been saying I should make a Death Touch deck with Hooded Blightfang if I get enough of them. I've got 2 of them now, but I'll probably get some more in these next 111 packs or so. So let's continue. Uncommon wild card. Up to 5 uncommon wild cards. Sanctum of Tranquil Light. See the Truth. A lot of talk on Facebook groups about how to break this card. It's pretty doable. Light Up the Stage does it. Oh my god, I'm seeing it. That 1/3 with trample that brings things back. Anyway, see the truth. Yep, another uncommon wild card. Griffin Airy, Watcher of the Spheres, rare wild card. Carrion Grub, Traitorous Greed, Demonic Embrace. That's a cool card. Just for everything it does and its recursive nature. Clarion Kraken, Enthralling Hold, Karavek the Spiteful. Do I have 4 of those yet? No, I think I just still have a couple. Rare wild card. Uncommon wild card. Alpine Houndmaster. Chandra's Incinerator. I'm almost certain I have 4 of those now. Fun card. Not sure I've found the right deck for it yet. Might be nice in the Cavalcade of Calamity deck, but not sure you want to be playing things that high up on the curve, even if you can reduce the cost of it. Watch of the Spheres, Seasoned Hollow Blade. Gadrak is kind of disappointing. It might work in a very artifact-heavy deck, but red, at least in Standard and Historic, doesn't get along well with artifact strategies, so I'm not sure if there's a place for Gadrak. Selfless Savior, Tormod's Crypt, Spore Web Weaver. I've heard there's an infinite combo with this, Terror of the Peaks, and something to give it indestructible. And I just saw a video that somebody was able to pull that off in draft, and I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, Spore Web Weaver. Another uncommon wild card. Soulseer, Skyway Sniper, and a rare wild card. Alright, that's 5 rare wild cards. That's pretty nice. Brawling Hold, Canopy Stalker, Liliana Standard Bearer. Yeah, that is the first. That is kind of a nice payoff after a board wipe to just draw a bunch of cards. I don't know if it would have a place in the 60, but it'd probably have a place in the 75 of, I don't know, a sacrifice deck maybe, or mono black, aggro. Angelic Ascension. That card is, there's some fun things to be done with that. Falconer Adept, Spark Hunter Masticore. Great sideboard card. Decent main deck card, honestly, because a 3/4 for 3 isn't terrible, even if you do have to discard a card. But the way it just deals with Planeswalkers, which are very strong right now and have been for some time, and its ability to give itself indestructible if you have the mana up, it's a very strong card. Okay, uncommon wild card, rare wild card. Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Another Spore Web Weaver. Leafkin Avenger. Aven Gaggle Master. Sublime Epiphany. Heard a lot of buzz about this card. I think it's kind of expensive, but I suppose that's worth it for all of the things that it can do. But a lot of people are saying like, oh, well, I'm never going to cast it unless I can do all the things. Which I can see the reasoning to that. It's a powerful card, no doubt. I just don't know how often you would use it. Because you're not going to spend 6 mana to counter a spell and draw a card, right? Like, it would need to be at least 3 of those things for it to be worth it. So yeah, Sublime Epiphany. Meteorite, Liana's Devotee, a quasi-zombie lord. Mazemind Tome, great card for limited, decent card for constructed. I've seen a couple streamers putting in their deck, like if it's a combo deck, they really need specific things that can help them get through the cards they don't need early on. Okay, up to 10 uncommon wild cards. Epitaph Golem, Rewind, Necromentia, again, kind of a sideboard card. Really don't want to be playing that in limited. But, yeah, that might be useful if there's something that's like, this one card absolutely wrecks my deck, I have to get rid of it. And I'm in black. I'm in mono black. I could see a use for that. Unsubstantiate. Okay, more Conclave Mentors. I've been working on a green-white counters slash proliferate deck, and I only had 2 of these, so more of those would be good. If I can get all 4, that would be excellent. Rather not have to spend wild cards if I can help it. Peer into the Abyss. Seen a lot of fun with this and Underworld Dreams or Teferi's Tutelage. It's a powerful card. At least when combined with other things, it's a automatic win. Sanctum of Stonefangs, Havoc Jester, and Pursued Whale. I love this card. I just love the flavor of it. I know pretty much everyone's like, oh, well, it's no good for Constructed. It's quite good in Limited. I will say that. But, yeah, it's a fun card. It's not a competitive card. And Magic has to make those sometimes. So, yeah. Okay, got a rare wild card, got an uncommon wild card, Direfleet Warmonger, and a mythic wild card. Trader's Greed, Enthralling Hold, another Karavek the Spiteful. Okay. Carrion Grub, Experimental Overload. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. The card that's...
what little you find.
His sayings are very long-winded. This card's, at least in some people's minds, has basically been breaking standard right now. It wasn't super problematic the first time it came out. This is a reprint. But now just the ramp is so easy and so prevalent. Growth Spiral, Uro, Cultivate in this set. There's just so much ramp that 8 mana is no problem at all, and just it instantly, completely wipes the board, and then you can just lightning bolt them to the face until they're dead. And so yeah, it's kind of a scary card right now. I'll probably figure something out to do with it. I have 1 copy of it in my green-white Planeswalkers deck, but I might be going a different direction with it, so it might not stay there. But I'll find another place for it. Simic Ramp, Bant Ramp, Sultai Ramp. Something along those lines. Teamer Ramp. Uncommon wild card. Yep. Fungal Rebirth, Indulging Patrician, another Peer into the Abyss. Uncommon wild card. Griffin Airy. Veto. That was one of the cards I was looking for. It's just, there's so much you can do with it, and it's just a huge payoff for life gain decks, and at only 3 mana, because it has the same effect as Sanguine Bond, I think it is. That was a 5 mana enchantment. So that makes this just to drop it a lot quicker. And 3 toughness is, it's not impossible to get rid of, but you can't, it's out of shock range at least. And it enables itself by giving all your other creatures lifelink. So that, I mean, that combined with Revenge is almost always an automatic kill. And I think there are a couple other cards that it pairs with for an automatic kill. But yeah, you want this card in your life gain deck. Period. Because it's a win condition at 3 mana. Selfless Savior, Malefic Scythe, Volcanic Salvo. Okay, that could be fun in a Gruul kind of mid-range deck to just blow some stuff up. Probably not main deckable, but maybe it goes in the 75 in the sideboard. Another rare wild card. Chandra's Pyreling. Heartfire Immolator. See the truth. Moving on. Tormod's Crypt, Tide Skimmer, rare wild card. Okay. I'm happy with the number of wild cards I'm getting out of this. Uncommon wild card. Alpine Houndmaster. Niambi, esteemed speaker. I've been seeing talk with her and Baron about just like getting repeated value out of things you bounce. So doing that with oh my god, what's the companion? Yorin? Anyway, the one that flickers everything and whatever that one's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm going off the cuff here. Anyway, it would go well in that deck. I might make it myself if I get enough of this. I don't think I've gotten Baron yet. So if I get a couple more of these and a couple Barons, there might be something to that, like a Azorius value deck with stuff like Charming Prince and Elite Guard Mage. Yorion, that's what the companion's called. Another uncommon wild card, up to 15 uncommon wild cards from this. Griffinary, Kitesail Freebooter is a nice reprint. Teferi's Ageless Insight. That might go well with Teferi's Tutelage. And the other Psychic Corrosion, the other draw card mill thing. But I'm not sure you'd want to use a slot at 4 mana to do that. But anyway. Skyway Sniper, Carrion Grub, Boss Riquette.
Or wither as one.
Yes, sir. Big fan of this card. Big part of that green-white counters deck I was talking about. It's very easy to get to his ultimate. His -2 is kind of awful, which is probably what gets him out of contention. I mean, it would be good in a... Well, no, non-token, so it's not even good in a token strategy. So, yeah, it's kind of his +1, protect him, proliferate him a couple times, or use a Johnny Greathearted to get his loyalty up and get to his ultimate. That's pretty much what I use him for. Because he's very good at that. Don't use his -2. Just don't. Sanctum of Stonefangs. Hey, I think that's my 4th Conclave Mentor. Elder Gargaroth, ladies and gentlemen. People don't know how to feel about this card because it doesn't have haste, so it dies to removal. So it's just a pile of stats on something that'll get removed. Yeah, probably, but you did make them use a removal spell on it, so there's some benefit to that. And if it manages to stay in play for a turn, you just get an enormous amount of value from it. If it blocks, you can get all those things. Then if it attacks the next turn, you get all those things. Or one of any of those things. And yeah, it's a 6/6 with Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Yeah, maybe it's a bit of a Timmy card, like if somebody like, oh, I just want to play a big dumb thing and have fun. But it's a good card. Like, you can't deny the power level of it. It's just... who knows what it'll do in the competitive scene. But it's definitely a powerful card. Bolt Hound. That was a mythic wild card. Bolt Hound, Indulging Patrician. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Thinking about making a rogues deck, because there's some good rogues. I mean, Robber of the Rich is a rogue, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of alliteration in that sentence. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily for a mill strategy, but just to throw together a bunch of rogues just might be a fun deck, even if it's not the greatest deck ever. Yeah. Uncommon wild card. Slaring Kraken. Another Niambi. Great. I think that's 3. Mortefairy's Tutelage. I think that gets me up to 3 of those. That makes that mill deck that I'm sort of working on stronger. Rare wild card. Got 10 rare wild cards out of this exchange. Okay, that's 4 Teferi's Tutelages and an uncommon wild card. Light of Promise has not shown a lot of promise. Scavenging Ooze. A lot of excitement about this card. It's just good. It's a really good card. Does a lot of things. With all of the graveyard strategies right now with Uro, Kroxa, Cat Oven, this shuts a lot of that down for 1 mana. And you get a benefit out of it. It gets bigger and you gain life from it. So, all around good card. Kind of exactly what needed to be reprinted in this current metagame. So, yeah, Scavenging Ooze. Tide Skimmer, Gourmand, great pun. See the truth, fine. They can't all be winners. Enthralling Hold, Watch for the Spheres. Containment Priest, again another strong sideboard card that deals with graveyard-based strategies. I think there's almost enough for a so-called Hate Bears deck in Arena, at least in Historic, if not in Standard as well. Hate Bears, of course, are 2 mana, generally 2 power, generally 2/2s. It's like Grizzly Bears that have some kind of effect that prevent your opponent from doing something, like playing things out of the graveyard. Or, oh, well, this isn't graveyard, it wasn't cast, so anything that wasn't free. Anything that was free. Yeah, Containment Priest. Rare wild card. Angelic Ascension, Reign of Revelation. Another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Excellent. Yeah, I'll probably will make that rogue rogue tribal deck. So, yeah. It's not legendary. Uncommon wild card. Twin Blade Assassins, Demonic Embrace. Cool. Slaring Kraken, Liliana's Devotee, Garrick Unleashed.
Accept your fate.
Huh. This card is strong. It does a lot of really good things. And it's good in a mono green deck, good in a Gruul deck. Yeah, if I get maybe one more copy of this, I'll probably throw it into a Gruul deck or a mono green deck and just see how he does, because it's a really strong card. Okay, I got Uncommon Wild Card, Epitaph Golem, Obsessive Stitcher, Rada. Good card. It's a good card. She's a good card. I think I have 2 of her already. So, yeah. Be fun to throw her into the mix on a Gruul deck. Fairy's Tutelage. I think that completes the playset there. Rewind. Brash Taunter. Okay, a lot of janky fun things you can do in Historic with that. Like, what's it? Star of Extinction. There's a lot of things you can just throw at that'll hit your opponent in the face. So, yeah, fun deck. I might throw this in with that Stormwild Caprador, maybe Truefire Captain, and just get a bunch of stuff to deal damage to my creatures that I can just throw right at the opponent. So yeah, Brash Taunter. Tavern Swindler, Bolt Hound, Subira. Okay. Getting another rare wild card. Another uncommon wild card. Yeah, I'm up to 20 uncommon wild cards. Rain of Revelation, and a rare wild card. Silver Smoke Ghoul, Battle Rattle Shaman, another Spore Web Weaver. That's cool. Derek's Uprising. Cool. Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Terror of the Peaks. Yes. That is an awesome card. I think. Hope I get some more of those, because that's an awesome card. Furious Rise. That was an uncommon wild card. Silver Smoke Ghoul. Discontinuity. Heard some fun things you can do with that to just stop whatever is going to happen. Maybe things that would lose you the game. Yeah, it's kind of a... At least if you can do it during your turn. Because 6 mana is a big ask. Anyway, Discontinuity. Uncommon wild card. That's Fairy's Tutelage, another Spore Web Weaver. That's cool. Havoc Jester, Jeskai Elder, Heroic Intervention. Okay, that's the card that goes in the Spore Web Weaver, Terror of the Peaks combo. So if that interests any of you, that's how that one works. Or it can be how that one works. Riddle Form, Enthralling Hold. I think that was a Mythic wild card. That was definitely a Mythic wild card. Cool, so that's my 5th and 6th Mythic wild card. Fairy's Tutelage, Epitaph, Golem, Feline Sovereign. Alright, let's get some more kitty cats. I think that's my 2nd one of those, so if I can get up to 4 of that, be a fun cat deck to throw together. I feel like the cat deck is almost there, but it's just missing something. I don't know if this is what it's missing, but it's close to being a decent deck. Tide Skimmer, Siege Striker, Speaker of the Heavens. Another nice life gain deck payoff. That allows you to generate some angels. It's not ones with vigilance, I've noticed. Maybe those are too strong for the token version of it. But yeah, it shouldn't be... If you're in a good position, it shouldn't be too hard to be at 27 life. So, yeah, that's a pretty good card. Uncommon wild card. Silver Smoke Ghoul, Conclave Mentor, Basri's Lieutenant. Yes, indeed. Love this card. Honestly, a lot of the Bant and Esper decks, this wrecks with protection from multicolored. Because you can't bounce with Teferi, you can't Oath of Kaya it. Well, you can't Oath of Kaya it because also it's 4 toughness. But yeah, there are a lot of things that those decks want to do that this is just not affected by. Plus the resilience it gives to everything, especially with token strategies where it's easy to just... counter strategies, just put counters on everything. Big fan of Basri's Lieutenant. Uncommon wild card. Skyway Sniper. Another Spark Hunter Masticore. Sweet! Faith's Fetters, Sanctum of Calm Waters, Massacre Worm, y'all. Man, that is a strong card. It's probably a sideboard piece, although it's a one-sided board wipe. So that I could see that making it into a mono black deck pretty easily. Plus the 3 pips are nice for Gary, Grey Merchant of Asphodel. So yeah, Massacre Worm. Hellkite Punisher, rare wild card. Even Gaggle Master. Ghostly Pilferer, kind of disappointing. It is a rogue, so it might go into my rogue deck. What would be Grixis rogues, probably, I would think. Experimental Overload, Faith's Fetters, Volcanic Salvo. That's cool. I mean, it's not hard to get that down to pretty cheap. I mean, what? Where'd it be a good value? 4 or 5 mana? And that's, or less, and that's a good card? Yeah, maybe. That's not hard to get to. Uncommon wild card. Up to 25 uncommon wild card. That's pretty cool. Tide Skimmer, another Rada. Excellent. Big fan of hers. Uncommon wild card. Skyway Sniper, Volcanic Geyser. That's pretty nice. Another Glorious Anthem. Sweet. Heartfire Immolator. Rewind. Primal Might. Yeah, a lot of people have been running a one of this card just to have some more fight effects and to have a nice mana sink there. And yeah, it is a nice card. You just probably don't want too many of them, hence people running the one copy. Along with Ram Through or whatever other fight effects they want to have in the deck. Domri's Ambush. Meteorite, Griffin Airy, another Terror of the Peaks. Yes, indeed. Unsubstantiate, Mythic Wildcard, Heartfire Immolator, Sanctum of All. The Historic Shrines deck might be something, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend the wild cards to get all those other shrines. I don't know. Another uncommon wild card. Light of Promise. Rare wild card. Sweet, that's 15 rare wild cards. Siege Striker, Archfiend's Vessel, another Primal Might. Cool. Soulseer, uncommon wild card. Falconer Adept, Philosophy's Lieutenant. Yep. Alright. Less than 50 packs to go. I hope this is enjoyable to watch. Trader's Greed, Tide Skimmer, Sublime Epiphany. Yeah, we've talked about it. Good card, but when are you going to play it? You know? Invigorating Surge, Unleash Fury. Very similar cards with the doubling. Gadrak. Rare wild card. Skyway Sniper, Furious Rise, Gadrak again. Uncommon wild card. Tempered Veteran. Hey, Ruined Halo. I think that was in the first pack I opened. Yeah, it's an okay card. I've heard of some people doing some janky things with, like, Command the Dread Horde or Bolus's Citadel so it doesn't have the downside and you can just keep running through your deck without losing the life. That seems kind of fun. I'm sure there are some other downsides, other cards with downsides that this can nullify for you. Anyway, that's fun. I might make something out of that. See how it runs. Solarian Kraken, Havoc Jester, Speaker of the Heavens. Awesome. Unsubstantiate, uncommon wild card. 30 uncommon wild cards so far. Unsubstantiate, Bossry Solidarity, and another Spark Hunter Masticore. That is sweet. Sanctum of Shattered Heights, Leafkin Avenger, Double Vision. I saw that a couple times in draft, and I never picked it up because I don't think that's where you want to be in Limited. There might be some fun to be had with it in Constructed, but yeah, I don't know. Well, they'd call it a 5-mana do-nothing enchantment when it comes into play, so I don't know if I want to spend my turn 5 doing that. So, yeah, Double Vision. Conclave Mentor, Direfleet Warmonger, Ghostly Pilferer. Okay, cool. Rare wild card. Chandra's Pyreling, Archfiend's Vessel, Teferi's Ageless Insight. Uncommon wild card. Miscast. Conspicuous Snoop. I don't think there are some particularly great uses for that card in Standard and Historic, but I've heard a lot of things in Modern and the Eternal formats. I was like, what word? Timeless? Eternal formats with goblins and this card. So, yeah, probably not going to see a lot of play on Arena until we get Pioneer, maybe even Modern in Arena. Twin Blade Assassins, Watcher of the Spheres, Idol of Endurance. That might be a fun sideboard card. It's done some good for me in limited situations. I don't know if I'd feel good drawing this a lot in constructed situations, unless I'm running a very low to the ground aggro deck. But for what it does, it's very good at it. Another uncommon wild card. Warden of the Woods, Teferi's Tutelage, Jolrael, yeah. A lot of people are saying this is low-key a really strong card in this current standard, just because all the value you get out of a 2-drop. Because it's pretty common now in Simic, Bant, Sultai to be able to draw another card during your turn, and this gives you again, for 2 mana, that's a very nice payoff to get some 2/2 cat tokens. And its mana sink later on in the game could be nice as well. So yeah, Jolrael. Sanctum of Calm Waters, Obsessive Stitcher, Hooded Blightfang. Okay, that's 3, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I think that Death Touch deck is just about ready to go. Tide Skimmer, Garrick's Uprising, and Spark Hunter Masticore. Nice. Very nice. Oh, I don't think I've been keeping track of the common wild cards. Anyway, they're not a super big deal. What do I have? There's an uncommon wild card. That was a rare, I think. Seasoned Hallowblade, Scavenging Ooze, excellent. Great card with kind of gross art, but that's the point. Leafkin Avenger, bad deal. I've made the joke that card is a bad deal, because you want to be doing more than that for 6 mana, right? What's a rare? It's a mythic wild card. Excellent. Basri's Solidarity, Palladium Mirror, Ruined Halo. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Heartfire Immolator, Uncommon Wild Card, Aven Gaggle Master, and Animal Sanctuary. I've seen a bunch of jokes on Facebook groups. What's the worst rare of M21 and why is it Animal Sanctuary? I think it's kind of cute. Anyway, yeah, but it's not a good card. It's just not. Falconer Adept, Silver Smoke Ghoul, Chandra Heart of Fire. Yeah, that's a fun card. I've been trying. I only had one copy of her, but yeah, I think she could be good in a big red deck if that archetype makes a comeback instead of all the mono red aggro, because it definitely does not fit in that deck. But it is a very powerful card for sure. Okay. That's 35 uncommon wild cards. Direfleet Warmonger. Garruk's Harbinger. That is a great card for mono green. Just the value it gets. And Hexproof from black is strong, because a lot of the best removal in the format, in Magic period, is in black. So if it can't be dealt with in that way, that makes it a very strong card. And the value you get of getting a creature or a Garruk Planeswalker, which is not much of a deck building restriction on a mono green deck. Like, it's very easy. Like, you'll almost pretty much always that'll be the whole deck. Except for forests and maybe Castle Garenbrig. So that's very good card, especially for a 3-drop. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that into the mono green Stompy deck for sure. Uncommon and rare wild card. Witch's Cauldron, Glorious Anthem, fine. That's cool. Griffin Airy, Heartfire Immolator, Shacklegeist. Yeah, again, not a lot of spirit payoffs, at least not in standard. Maybe Historic. Maybe Historic is the way that is a strong card. But probably not even there. Although for a 2-drop, it's not bad. Bad deal. Fierce Empath. 9 lives. There's another one where I was like, oh, this is a bad card. There are ways it can be useful, and I've heard a couple ways to break it or even turn it in your favor. But yeah, on its face, it's not a particularly strong card. The art is great, though, and the flavor is awesome. Uncommon wild card. Rewind, Enthralling Hold, and other Primal Might. Cool. Most people don't want more than a 1-of for it, but hey, if I can get all 4, why not? Uncommon wild card. Brillfist Oak. Rare wild card. Sweet. Lady Amir, Fierce Empath, Feline Sovereign, there it is. I think that's 3. I mean, if it's 4, then we've definitely got to make the cat deck. Even with 3, that's probably fine. Because I do love kitties. And I do love getting mythic wildcards. Furious Rise, Teferi's Tutelage, Other Brash Taunter, Sweetness. Siege Striker, Tormod's Crypt, Ruined Halo. Cool. Only 20 more packs to go, guys. Selfless Savior, Obsessive Stitcher, Heroic Intervention. Excellent. Another uncommon wild card. Selfless Savior, Canopy Stalker, Conspicuous Snoop. There's an uncommon wild card, so that's 40. Yep, 40 uncommon wild cards. Chrome Replicator, Baron, there he is. Yeah, I think that is my first. Yeah, so if I get any more, I might make that deck too. Could be fun. Twin Blade Assassins, Epitaph Golem, and 9 lives. Rare wild card. Up to 20 rare wild cards. That's pretty good. Riddle Form, Garrick's Uprising, Karavek the Spiteful. Again, not a super strong card. You really wouldn't put that in a deck where you yourself have a lot of creatures. But it might be a nice sideboard card against tokens or aggro just to majorly slow them down. Uncommon wild card, Leafkin Avenger, Solemn Simulacrum, or however you pronounce that last word. I really have no idea. Yeah, it's a good card, but yeah, it might not have kept up with the times for being a strong card. Havoc Jester, Witch's Cauldron, Sanctum of All. Okay. The Shrines deck might almost be there for me. But like I said, I want the ones in Historic as well. And I do have a lot of uncommon wild cards, but I don't know if I'd want to go to all that trouble. Anyway, Shrines. There's an uncommon wild card. Direfleet Warmonger, Havoc Jester. Yep, another veto. That's what I want. Meteorite, Fungal Rebirth, Sanctum of All. Cool. Fungal Rebirth, Soul Seer. Hey, Heroic Intervention. Cool. I think that's a 3 of now. Getting a rare wild card out of this one. Havoc Jester, Chandra's Pyreling. Yeah. Pretty okay card. Might be good for Commander or Brawl, but yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure if that. Probably don't want it in Constructed. Probably not even as a sideboard card, honestly. Oh well. Hey, 10 packs to go, guys. Let's get through this. Another uncommon wild card. Direfleet Warmonger, Volcanic Salvo. All right. Tempered Veteran, Thrashing Brontodon, Liliana Standard Bearer. Cool. Cool. Another uncommon wild card. Make that 2 uncommon wild cards, so 5, 10, 45 uncommon wild cards. Kinetic Augur, and a rare wild card. Cool. Brawling Hold, Canopy Stalker, Solemn Simulacrum. Chrome Replicator, Silver Smoke Ghoul, Volcanic Salvo. Alright. Another rare wild card coming. Twin Blade Assassins, Tempered Veteran, Hooded Blikefang. That's all 4. Yep, that confirms it. The Death Touch deck is coming. Alright. 4 more packs. Brawling Hold, Eliminate. Great. That's actually a very nice piece of removal. Mythic wild card. Cool. Skyway Sniper, Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Idol of Endurance, that's cool. Uncommon wild card. Angelic Ascension, Transmogrify. It's basically Luca's ability on a card. And it's not that good anymore now that Agent of Treachery is banned. So yeah, I think that's just not very good, unfortunately. Last pack. Let's make it something good. Tavern Swindler, Fungal Rebirth, and Teferi's Angel's Insight. Okay. Great. Well, let's wrap this up. Quick overview. One card I did not get, or several cards I did not get, didn't get any temples or fabled passages, which I'm very happy about. So Wizards has kept their word at significantly reducing the probability of that happening, because I opened almost 120 packs and I didn't even get one. So I'm very happy about that, because I have playsets of all the temples and fabled passage. So thanks, Wizards, for making that work. And in addition to all the cards I got 46 uncommon wild cards, 23 rare wild cards, and 11 mythic rare wild cards. So that's a nice boost to my collection there for deck building implications. And yeah, I'll run through my spreadsheet now on my time, because that'll be even less exciting for you guys to watch than this. So yeah, if you liked what you saw here, I don't know how many more videos like this I'm going to do, but I knew it kind of had to be done after the nice limited run I went through. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through that. I knew I really wanted to get the maximum value out of what I could with the limited play and the maximum amount of content I could put out for you guys. So thanks for sticking with me through that. There will be some more constructed gameplay now, and yeah, I think it's time for me to sign off. This has been Will with Hook and Push Gaming. If you liked what you saw today, like the video, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down in the comment section what you thought of this video or what other kind of content you might like to see. Share it around with your friends. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all later.